squirt, some rhyme work that'll make your sinus hurt. Buckle your seat while the pilot work. My spacecraft got enough gas that'll take you out of this earth. I'm magic with the pen and paper like a warlock. The window panes wide open, but the door's locked. So you looking through the window for it in your window, but do they really have the skill to analyze the symbol? Crescendo, the ashes blow when the wind blow. The rain put out the fire while the children build a temple. Just like the pyramids, walls and scribble, a projection in the sky of the messiahs on your mental. Monumental and extraterrestrial, turning these niggas into mental vegetables. It's kinda crazy how I ride on instrumentals as I slice like a Ginsu with the vibe I put in you. Yo, I see we got some people saying run it back. Let's run it back. This is the theme song, y'all. Let's go. Fuck your designer shirt, my mind is squirt. Some rhyme work that'll make your sinus hurt. Buckle your seat while the pilot work. My spacecraft got enough gas that'll take you out of this earth. I'm magic with the pen and paper like a warlock. The window panes wide open, but the door's locked. So you looking through the window for it in your window, but do they really have the skill to analyze the symbol? Crescendo, the ashes blow when the wind blow. The rain put out the fire while the children build a temple. Just like the pyramids, walls and scribble, a projection in the sky of the messiahs on your mental. Monumental and extraterrestrial. It's just a new beginning. The magic is to focus on our goals till we're winning. I'd rather have a portrait of myself up on the ceiling. I could lay down on the floor, look up and visualize the millions. Imagine that. Do you see the picture clearly? Focusing on working with me. You could get this money with me. We could take over the world and put the trophies in the city, the plaques on the wall, and have a feast of who was with me. Yeah, last week was just the past, right? A new beginning. I've been up for all these past nights, and all these people that I knew just seem to pass by. They stuck on stupid worry about their past lives, and I just ask why. Are they agents? Is the system about to crash? Am I the one like in the Matrix? Is the planets in the Yo, we talking bars tonight. You know what I'm saying? Not all night, but we talking bars tonight. You know, from time to time, I might kick a rhyme that's so sublime, and I feel like I have to put it on the video. Like, even if I'm just talking about a certain scene, you know, sometimes I like to put my thoughts that I originally have. Like a lot of all of my scripts are mostly made of raps and just my notes. Like, and I try to add some jokes, you know. I use that kind of like the icebreaker to get my verse started, so to speak. But we're going to talk about this one time where I did it this season. It's this right here. Let's talk about Fatima and her golem for a minute. Her giving rebirth to Smiles Davis was a horrid image that tests the mind past its normal limits. So it's no surprise to me that she wants to explore this tenet with the golem champion forged within it, like roots with hope poured in it, or a talisman with ancient symbols scored in it. In a previous video, I purposely missed this rhythm because I wasn't blitzed to give them that fifth dimension level of decoding Jewish mysticism. Not only is this notion worthy of lyricism, but it fits the schism of a pattern recognition system of ancient wisdom and sinning, something that I've been underpinning since this channel's beginning. Now, Fatima is the first to give us a Wizard of Oz reference in episode 102 when she took Julie to her room to see the moon through the window, and her being the green thumb that plants the endo that Julie used with Elgin before her first story walk crescendo. Now, that's what we're going to talk about a little bit tonight. We're going to talk about that situation because I know a lot of people feel as though the Gollum situation was kind of pointless because the connection between Fatima and Smiles Davis obviously already existed. She said she could feel the thing in her. That connection already existed. My theory is that the Gollum does, in fact, make Fatima feel stronger. And as she said, she has to believe in magical things. But we're going to get into that. Let's go ahead and start the show like we usually start the show. Thank you all for joining me. Let's get into it.
You were supposed to be here. You and I were supposed to figure this out together. Motherfucker. What'd I tell you, Frank?
It got late, and I didn't...
You got kids? You nail the window shut. You nail the motherfucking window shut.
No.
Frank,
No.
right?
No, I can't. Don't.
I don't know how you're doing this, but you're lying.
No. I swear you.
Hey, Elgin, let me hold $20 till tomorrow. Ain't cooey, cuz. Ain't cooey, cuz. Speaking of, we gonna go down into the chat real quick and see who is here. Let me scroll up real quick. Okay, we got Luna Cascade coming through. Indeed, cascading first in the chat this evening. Looking forward to this, she says. Yes, indeed. Thank you for being here as always. We got Natifa in the building. Hey, fam. We got Demo checking in. We got Ebony in the building with us. The beautiful sister Nene in the building with us. Tallulah Lives is here with us. We got Petty Gibbs here with us. Susie Seashell is in the building. And we have Debbie Yebby, Bo Bebby, Banana Fana, Fofebby, to the Fee Five, Mo Mebby. Debbie is rocking with us tonight. Lovely to have her as always. We got Captain Shriver in the building. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. Good to see you. Knickknack Studios is here with us. We got D Moore in the building with us. Yes. Yes, indeed. Who else is here? We have No Context. What's good, sis? We got the man in black here. We got the man in black here. We have my green-skinned brother, Ray, the Soul Taker 06 in the building. Yes, indeed. We have the Chocolate Thunder. Beautiful people always showing up with us and showing out for us. We appreciate it. Who else is here? We have, who else is in the building? We have Bev Billion in the building. Good to have you. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. Who else? Who else is rock? Kayla's here. What's going on, Kayla? Good to have you. Our thoughts control reality, David. David said our thoughts control reality, and life is what you make it. If the planet's in the heavens, then the earth is just a spaceship where our thoughts control reality and life is what you make it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's a quotable. I don't know. Like, I dropped this record back in 2021. I feel like it was like the hottest record of that year. You know what I mean? With no, marketing, all of that. We got Taylor in the building with us. Hey, Taylor. Tailored Healing TV is in the building. She drops some of the dopest esoteric breakdowns and decodings, in the business. Indeed. Go check her channel. Drop your channel down there, Taylor. Yes. Also, go check out Debbie's channel. Drop your channel in there, Debbie. Yes, indeed. Who else we got? We got Jessica's here with us. We have, hold on, who else we got? Okay. Okay, I'm trying to get those of you who haven't seen yet, who haven't called upon. We got Doc Kaiju in the building. What's going on? Good to have you as always. We have, who else? Okay. Okay, I think I got everybody that's present. We got Kaylee in the building. We got John Paul Stone in the building. 70 heads watching. Y'all hit them likes. Indeed, I agree. I couldn't have said it better myself. We got the toast is close. Yes, indeed. We always have the toast close. I got the shoddy behind me. You know what I'm saying? We definitely keep the toast close all the time. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. Who else we got in here with us? We got Golden Child Productions in the building. What's going on, my brother? How you? Like the Knicks keep winning, Real Enigma spits truth that keeps Fromville theory spinning. Woo. While reincarnation is only the beginning. Yes, indeed. And that is something that we have been underpinning on this channel. Indeed. So, I think I hit everybody that's here. Did I? Let me know. Let me know. Man in Black said real bars. I love that. Yo, yeah, yes, indeed. Okay, so this must be when I was playing the bars. Okay, got you. Oh, we got our favorite Sagittarius in the building, Saggy Star. Thank you. Thank you for being here with us. We have Rising Star 7 in the building as well. We have David Meadus in the building. What's going on? Let's see. Oh, Alicia Empress is here with us. Hey, good to have you as always. We got Apogee. Is that how I say your name? Apogee? You know what I'm saying? Apogee? Am I saying that correctly? Let me know. Joe Still Knows is here with us. Oh, okay. Is this Chris LaBelle? Yes, that's Chris LaBelle. What's going on, sis? Chris LaBelle, yes, it is. Joe Knows is here. Hey, we got Aaliyah in the building, 0789 in the building. We got Nostalgic Soul in the building. Okay, we rolling in. Hit that like on your way in. Let's begin. Okay, so as I was stating about Fatima and her golem and people saying that it was kind of useless, I can agree to a certain extent. Like, if the connection was there already with her and the golem, and I mean, the last episode really gave us what that connection could do and what the implications of her being connected to him really meant, because she was able to interfere, which is a really dope thing. Now, did they need the golem to do this? I don't think they actually needed the golem to do this. However, I love them taking the opportunity to place in some Jewish mysticism. That is what I think the overall point of the golem is. It was an opportunity to have Fatima, whose father was a cleric, who encouraged her to build and study other different schools of thought other than the religion that he propagated and spoke about. I thought that was a beautiful opportunity to insert some type of symbolism And to have her upstairs building a mud golem, it does seem kind of slapstick when you look at it on its surface. But when you look beneath the surface, it is definitely an opportunity to put some Jewish mysticism symbolism within the show. If you listen to those bars that I was spitting, I said that I was noticing a pattern recognition system of ancient wisdom and sinning. Okay? So you have the ancient wisdom and sinning, right? You when I think of that, I think about places like Nineveh in the Bible, your Sodom and Gomorrah, these things of that nature. When I look at the scene with her controlling Smiles Davis, or her being able to interfere and see what was going on, I noticed that Fatima was touching the golem's head when she started having the vision. You dig what I'm saying? I thought that was, peak symbolism right there. It made me kind of feel like, okay, the golem probably won't come to life. The golem is a symbolic fixture that helps her to feel more powerful. If she does animate the golem and she's able to control Smiles Davis, that would be very interesting. But then it also makes me think this connection probably works both ways, right? This connection probably works both ways. And if this connection works both ways, what would Smiley be able to make Fatima do? Kill Ellis in his sleep or something? I was on a live stream on Scarlett's channel last night. We had a very good build last night. Y'all go check out Scarlett's channel and check out that live stream last night for sure. We had a good build, you know what I'm saying? We were cooking up a lot of different theories. I like channels that only do live streams on and don't do too many videos, because I think those channels are the ones that actually have a chance to dig in with an audience and dig into the theories and shoot back and forth. So I appreciate those channels too. She doesn't do a lot of theory videos, but she does multiple streams a week for From. And like, I like those kind of channels because they actually do have some serious digging deep done when you're on a live stream and you have 40, 50 people in there and you're all throwing theories at each other and pointing out things that some may have missed and things that, others may not have missed, and what the deeper meanings could be. So I thought that was definitely palatable for the evening last night. And we had a good discussion and the possibilities of about what Fatima's connection to Smiles Davis could actually mean. And does it mean that he would be able to control her? I thought that was a threat, actually. That could be something that might not be too well. But I mean, for all we know, like, Smiles Davis doesn't have like a golem and stuff like that. Maybe, like, if that situation was to happen, maybe Fatima has protected herself by creating this golem that she seems to be drawing power from. And I don't mean that in the literal sense. I mean, like, she seems to be, it's just the ideal and just what she's working on and what she's doing. It makes her feel more powerful. And I'm talking about this a lot is because that was the end of the episode, other than what happened with Ragdoll Roger and Sophia standing at the top of the steps. This is why I'm talking about that, because are we going to get them, Kenny telling Fatima what was going on, or Fatima telling them that she thinks that she interfered with him? And, is that what this episode is going to get into? Because that's very important. Are they going to start talking about that situation? I know that Fatima would definitely be on some kind of watch. I would be watching her as she like we watch her as she slept. We would take turns and kind of rally around her because if she does have some sort of ability like that, that can totally be useful for them when they go down into the tunnels to get the remains of the children. You see what I'm saying? Let me go down in the chat and see what's going on. I'm all the way up here where I left off at. Let me slide down, scroll down a little bit and see what you guys are talking about while I'm ranting. And while I'm at it, let me see if I could get a picture or two up just to not have the screen so dry. Let's find Fatima in that whole situation. Yes, we'll find that whole situation. We got that whole situation right here. The cowboy monster showed up too. He's funny looking, yo. He makes me laugh. Like just knowing that he's a monster, just the way that he's looking there, like in the little goofy cowboy suit. Because it doesn't look like a real cowboy. He looks like a caricature cowboy, like a character off of Bonanza or some shit. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't look like a real like cowboy, yo. Like he looks like a Bonanza character. Like, get him the fuck out of here. I might roast somebody tonight, yo. We might we might be compelled to roast somebody tonight. Hold on. All right, we got it up here. Let's go. Let me see what y'all talking about in the comment section while I was ranting. And I'll also hop on this plane while I do so. Hold on. Okay. Petty Gibbs said the golem will work as a block button. Okay, so like give me some more. I need more. I need more about that, Petty Gibbs. More about that. I need to hear more about that. Okay, what else we have in here? Robert Miller says Smiley was immaculately conceived. He will protect Fatima from the man in yellow. That would be crazy. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Saji, I like that. Saji likes that too. I like that. I really do like that. Ruby Tubi said, love me some real. Love you too, Ruby. Thank you for being here. What's good with you? Ghost MKC is in the building with us. Who else is here? Oh, you cooking up a show yourself? You needed a break. Indeed. Let's go. Let's go. Sure, I was taught on Sodom and Gomorrah a while back on my channel. Okay. Awesome topic. Yes, it is. Yes, it is a very real topic, that gets into, you know, that trope city of sin. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it. I love that story in the Bible for sure. Okay, what else we got? Oh, Jerry Bartels says that, hey, Frumily, hey, real. I think the nursery rhyme is actually a spell, maybe as a ward against forces against the forces behind the man in yellow. Okay, I could see that. I hope you meant to say ward there. I think that's what you meant to say. Choco Beauty is in the building. Good to have you. Hey, cousins. Yes, indeed. Big Heck is here. I think that's what it is too. It made her brave enough to attempt that strongly. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. Bill Chill says Smiles Davis might be Fatima's dude boy now. That would be crazy. That would be really interesting. To the point to where you could tell Smiles Davis, come on up here and get some shovels and go down there and get them goddamn remains, like I said. That would be real crazy. Like, if he actually can assist them with this whole situation concerning, the getting the remains of the children. Who else we got in here? What y'all talking about? Oh, I need to watch that replay squad. Yes, that I think you're talking about the live. Yes, indeed. We have approximately 1 hour, 43 minutes before showtime. let's get comfortable and enjoy the ride. Hit that like button. Yes, indeed. You know what I'm saying? I did say something about hopping on a plane, and we have the wonderful stewardess vibes right there in that comment there from Saggy Star. Yes, go ahead. Relax. You could go ahead, take your seatbelts off. We riding right now. You know what I'm saying? We're 30,000 feet in the air. And we will be landing in time enough for everyone to catch the show. So don't worry. You know what I'm saying? Your pilot has got you. I might even invite a few people to the cockpit just to see how everything works and, under the hood. So enjoy the ride. We're on our way. What else we got in here? Bev Billion said, don't forget to hit okay. Yeah, yes, indeed. I'm looking for some comments about the subject right now. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Let me look for the different religious and spiritual influence are interesting, but it makes me wonder why we only see US citizens like Fromville can only be accessed in America. Well, the reason why is because you find all of those things here in America. This is where you find those things here in America. I said this in my very first video on this channel. Like, they are using ancient systems of magic. One of the most one that most shows up to me is the Native American influence with the spider deity. Okay. You had dream catchers all over Colony House. Donna gives Fatima a dream catcher. I'm sure they didn't go to the local Kmart or Walmart and buy one. They probably made that. So you have people making those types of items. Kenny was talking to Christy one time and he mentioned the weaving the sweaters, the threads in a sweater, talking a lot of mention of woven items. If you look at the clothing, a lot of people have Native American print on the medicine wheels, where you have these large circular arrangements and circular stone arrangements that are being made in front of us, the choosing ceremony, the slabs that the children were on, the red painted stones at the cabins. You have that medicine wheel urgy going on inside of the show. There are a lot of different, that's the one that shows up to me the most, but we're also seeing voodoo. We're also seeing Jewish mysticism. We're also seeing Hindu stuff. We're also seeing fairies and fae. You have different types of folklore and schools of thought that all actually come to America and have a history in America. And then, I mean, what ties it all in was the Civil War soldier, right? The Civil War soldier gives us a clue that this thing definitely has something to do with the history of the country, not just regular history, but the history of this country. That is the sign to me that I feel like sticks out the most and conveys the message that we're dealing with American history exclusively. Now, don't get it twisted. I am one who believes that there there is a Canadian side of From, because I don't see the border there, right? The border is an imaginary border, right? That we have created, and we abide by these borders, and we subscribe to the ideal and the notion that we're crossing a border. But the truth of the matter is, all of this landmass was once known as Amaruka and also Turtle Island. You see what I'm saying? So this is the history of it. And, this is why I really rock with Taryn and his theory, because he dives into a point to where the Americas were where this thing started at. And he's talking about Newfoundland before borders, before these things and these massive arms of control that we see today and how it all works. And, getting to know him and talk to him, his theory was a lot like mine as far as the symbolism catching all of the different signs. I would say something like, yo, this reminds me of this. And he'd be like, yes, I saw that too, but it reminded me of this. I think that is where, and I don't know how many writers are actually in the know of what is actually going on in the show, but I can see them having those kind of powwows, kind of like how we get together and have these live streams.
that's how the theory moving or the theory creating in the writer's room probably goes. I I hear a lot of people that say these writers don't know what they're doing and they're just go making it up as they go along. But I don't believe that. I think that they know what the beginning and the end is, and they know some events in the middle that have to happen, that were always going to happen, that were always going to be a part of the story. I think that the making it up as they come along comes in when each season has to be written. And, they say, hey, these are the things that have to happen. How are we going to make them happen? Like Smiles Davis getting killed and coming back was always supposed to happen, but I think they didn't know how it was going to happen until they were in the writer's room for season 3. I don't think that they knew how they were going to make it happen. As a matter of fact, they pretty much said what I just now said in an interview. You know what I'm saying? I believe they said that on E-Man's channel. It was either E-Man's channel or Sci-Fi Vision, but they pretty much said what I just said, and I believe them. I believe that they do have a certain set of lore that has to happen, but for the most part, they are, creating some of the things as they go along. So I can agree with that. But I hope that answers your question about, all of the different schools of thought and it only being only being accessed in America, because America pretty much has all of the different, everyone's here. Most nations in the world can be found here. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think that is. Let's go down a little bit. Let me see who else we got. Yes, indeed. I have to scroll. I need to scroll down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I also have to pay attention to the scroll. She said, real, it sounds like you're describing a ritual wand, a focal instrument to funnel power through with intent. Yes, that's what I think it is. That's what I think it is on the show. And on a deeper level, I think it is a vessel and an opportunity to put them some Jewish mysticism symbolism in there. Like, you let me know what you think. I'm with you on that. Exactly. That's exactly what she's doing. She's making some sort of totem that will house the energy for her intentions. Yes, like a magic wand, or like a hat, certain hats, certain garments, a bracelet, a ring, certain things that can house the energy for the intention. You know what I mean? Like even even when you look at like the Avengers, your boy Thanos, he had to go get a special gauntlet that would be able to house each one of those infinity stones. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he just said, yo, I'm going to just put them shits, in my glove, in my Michael Jackson glove. Nah, he had to go get a real serious instrument that was created. He had to go get a specialized instrument to house the powers of the infinity stone. You know what I mean? So yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Something to house the energy for intention. Indeed. Let's see what else we have here. Jerry Bartell says so many people have different inhabited the U.S., Native American, Viking, Protestants. Yes. African religion of the enslaved people. Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. And this is what we call hoodoo. Okay. So hoodoo is an amalgamation of all the different spiritual connections that enslaved people had. Okay, you had stuff coming from the Caribbean, coming from Africa, that was here with the natives and the original indigenous people. And as they lived together, and even people that were never enslaved, because everybody that has brown skin wasn't enslaved in America. Everybody wasn't a slave. All the natives weren't slaves. Everybody didn't, all the black people didn't come from Africa. Some of them did. Like we definitely did. This is how you had the voodoo spirituality came in. That's where the hoodoo got its name from. But people just referred to themselves as practicers or healers back then, and it worked in tandem with Christianity in the church. Politics screwed that up, when you had the medical system or the medical industry, or, the different industries that have to do with medical wanted to take things away from the people, like healing themselves, different home remedies, having your babies at home, like having, the hoodoo lady was the midwife for most of the people, and they wanted to take this away. And all of that was pretty much a mixture of everybody coming together in this land, in this continent. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely agree with you, and I know you're tracking where I'm coming from, Jerry. Let me see who else is in the building with us. Okay, who? The Gollum is birth control so they could kill Smiley. Yo, that's crazy. That's what you call late term abortion right there. They need to get rid of this guy. they they need to act fast. Like, but at the same time, no, they don't. They don't. And we don't know what is gonna happen. Like Donna said, if you kill another one of those monsters, who else is gonna pop up pregnant? You know what I mean? They took a woman that couldn't have a child. You know what I mean? Who's gonna next pop up pregnant? Kenny? That would be fucked up. Because if you gotta pass what she passed through the other way, whoo, you know what I'm saying? This place might fuck you up and just say, you know what, we're gonna make a man pregnant this time. We just gonna do that like that. You kill another one. Watch what happens. They do, you know what I'm saying? They might be on some shit like that. I've been here bugging y'all. That shit is crazy. But no, seriously, birth control so that they could kill Smiley. I hope they would not kill Smiley and use him instead. I think that would be the better go around. You know what I'm saying? Debbie says, I want to see Fatima kind of driving around in Smiley, controlling him like an RC car. That would be amazing. Like that would be crazy. Like she's a drone pilot. You know what I mean? I wonder if she would just be able to like fuck up other monsters. I wonder what it's like to see the monsters fight. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be crazy. You know what I mean? I really do wonder what would happen. And here's another thing that I think we should, everything that happens in this show so far or from now on, we should have this question. Did this happen in a previous cycle? Was there a woman there with Miranda that had a baby that did the monster get killed in a previous cycle? That's the question that we should be asking with a lot of this thing, with a lot of the things that we're seeing, because I personally think that this cycle is different from others. And I think the indication of that was Sophia's reaction to the crows. I think her reaction was quite genuine. She genuinely seemed a bit shook. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Hold on, let me scroll down some more here, because I know y'all down here cooking. Joe still knows it. My crazy theory is that the monsters are really children. They like to play and they have children. Like, yeah, I said the same thing. I said that in season 2. I said that I was talking about that. Like, I was talking about that with Debbie today. Like, when I was on my way home, like real shit. I was saying that the monsters and the slow walkers and the kids look damn near just alike. The kids look like the slow walkers kids though. They do. Like, I mean, even though we know they are now, but they look like they're like, they have the red and blue veins, the pale skin, the fingernails look just like the monster's fingernails. They have the hairs falling out, and they look like they're transforming into what the monsters look like. That's just my opinion. That's always been my thoughts, ever since season 2 when we got the Ankui kids. You know what I mean? Yo, I've been having problems. My computer's freezing a little bit. But I can scroll. I just can't click and highlight the Jones right now. Okay, now I can. Now I can. Not sure why this show has been showing indigenous clues since the first season. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I didn't even consider the native aspect of it. That's a great point. Yes, it's all over the place. As a native, I only seen the medicine bag and the woman was holding in series 1. the dream catcher is not a native thing that's from. No, dream catchers are definitely an indigenous creation. The grandmother spider deity created dream catchers to assist her children in the dream world. Um, yeah, as a matter of fact, the Micmac tribe where the show from is being filmed at, their number one symbol is the dream catcher. Their number one symbol is the dream catcher. Um, I've never been to Nova Scotia, but I hear that you see the dream catcher symbol all over the place. So if somebody's in the comments, let me know if I'm right or wrong about that. During my research and actually speaking to some native people from that region, I know someone from Saskatchewan, and I called him and asked him a few questions about the Micmac and their area and whatnot. So, like, that is my interpretation. I also am an indigenous brother myself. You know what I'm saying? I am part Seminole, Powhatan, and Cree. So I have like knowledge of the grandmother deity as well, but it's slightly different, especially in the southern regions. Um, some points the grandmother deity was just like another deity amongst others. In some Native American cultures, the grandmother spider deity is the creator of all things. You see what I'm saying? So there's some different lore and you know thought process behind it, and depending on which tribe and depending on which tribe talks about it. But some tribes don't talk about the grandmother spider deity at all. You see what I'm saying? But some tribes look at her as the person who created all things, and is her symbols are handmade crafts and woven items, like even wooden crafts, like even flutes, Native American flutes and things like that. The craftsmanship is what, she represents. But in some, like I said, in some, they just look at her like another deity. Like they have deities for different things, and she's just like another one of their deities. But yeah, I mean, it definitely tracks with what the show is showing us, especially with the spiders. That's another thing that I pointed out early on this channel, is that I noticed a spider web in the background. Matter of fact, I'm gonna find that video and show you that part, just that one part of the video. But I noticed that there was spider a spider web in the background in my very first video, and I didn't know how to take it. I didn't even want to point it out because I thought that it might sound kind of corny. You know what I'm saying? It might sound kind of corny that I'm even like looking that deep into it. Hold on, let me see if I can find it here. We'll remove this. Hold on. Okay. We have it up here. All right, so this is my very first video from 3 years ago. So it's not the funnest look. It's not the funnest sound. I cringe every time I watch this video, but I watch it anyway. Hold on, where is it at? Here we are. Ancient deities explained. I know where the piece is because I just kept playing the little and I was talking about the crowmen as well. This is my first video, y'all. Hold up. I might have even pointed it out earlier than that. Okay, yeah, here it is when I was pointing it out. Which is an obvious Jesus reference. Quick. Okay, so I was talking about Mr. Fish and Loaves being a Jesus reference in my very first video. Check it out. To Boyd's nickname given to him in the military was Mr. Fish and Loaves, which is an obvious Jesus reference. Now, I definitely want to mention something about the spiders that may be significant. It might be insignificant. Only time will tell. But there was a scene on episode 5 of season 1
around the 15-minute mark, there's a scene where Sarah is leaving the clinic and she's standing there talking to Christy, and her brother is coming. Sarah's brother is coming up from behind to greet her. And I know you guys remember that she didn't want to speak to her brother and everything, and she asked her if she was okay. But if you look right here, when she's asking her, is she okay, you can see a spider web behind Sarah. And it's funny that, typically in TV shows, when something like that happens, they remove it. They'll digitally remove it and get it out the way because they see it as some sort of blemish. But as she walks away, she literally walked right through this spider web. I don't know if they left it in there because it was just a happy accident and they just wanted to leave it in there. But I don't know. It could be significant. It might not be significant. We will find out if this thing has more to do with spiders. I mean, we already know that it does have something to do with spiders. And this particular scene was before her and Boyd went to the woods.
Now, so I want to point out that too. Like, yeah, that scene was before they went to the woods. And okay, happy accident. Okay, big heck. I just want to point this out. Typically in television, bro, they're gonna take some shit like that out. Like they're gonna see that if I saw it, they saw it. You know what I mean? Like nobody looks at, like I know nobody, like when I do a music video or something, I'm editing a music video, there might be some things in there that I notice that no one else will ever notice, that no one will see. And so boom, sometimes nobody notices your work like you. And I'm sure that in the editing room, when they were editing this episode, they saw that spider web there. You know what I mean? And this was before we knew anything about the spiders. This is before, Boyd and Sarah went out there to the woods. But, somebody was in the comment section of one of my two latest videos, and they were mentioning the spiders that you could see in the background. And I'm going to just be honest with you. I didn't see them at all. I didn't see what they were talking about in season 4. You know what I'm saying? Somebody had got in there and was like, yo, there's spiders on the wall. You could see spiders here, whatever. I don't remember exactly what they said, but they said you could see like spiders crawling around, like real spiders, while the people were talking. I didn't see it. I didn't catch it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to those who caught that. That's amazing. But I remember me saying that, from my very first video on this channel 3 years ago, like, yo, there'd be spiders and spider webs and shit in the background. Like, and I noticed it then, but I haven't noticed it. Maybe I just turned it off. Maybe I dialed down the magnifying glass a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't, we totally got nothing with the spiders. Ever since Boyd got bit with the spiders and was doing the Macarena, trying to get him off of him and whatnot, like we hadn't seen nothing about spiders after that at all. Only in Victor's drawings, like here and there would show up or whatever. But there was nothing about spiders at all in season 3. And I'm so glad that they brought the spiders back. I'm so glad that they're involving the crows more, like kind of getting back to, what's going on. And I'm going to make a prediction. I bet you that they might even answer the question of what moved the tent this season. Just like last season, they answered the question of who threw the rope. I hope they at least follow along and follow suit and give us the answer of what moved the tent. Because I know that be living rent free in people's minds. People be arguing about that shit. There was an argument in my comment section one time about what moved the tent. Some people were saying it was one of the scarecrows. Some people, this season they was arguing about that. So hopefully this season they go ahead and knock that one out for it. So you saying that it's a happy accident? Are you saying that, or are you just repeating me? Someone needs to do the nerdy spider spotting work. I know, right? That shit was some nerdy shit. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of embarrassed to even let y'all hear me trying to talk that out. Like, look how long that segment was, me trying to get that out. I couldn't even get it out. But like I was just rambling and going on and just talking to y'all in that first video. But now I'm a lot better. But I cringe every time I watch this shit, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. But I was speaking some heat. I'm the first person to point out that the crow on the boy in white's mouth. And then I seen like people talking about that last season. Here it is right here, I believe.
Cromanacle. So that might actually be significant. I don't know. It could have something to do with it. Who knows? Time will tell. But there is one thing that I do know. In the beginning of the intro, there is a boy or a man standing there in white. And when you look at his mouth is a crow. Because right after they show you the crows, and it is in the exact shape of whatever is over his mouth. Moving right along, I definitely want to talk about
so like, me pointing out the crow in his mouth. I also want to point out that I did not specify if that was the boy in white. I said it's a boy or a man, and we do see the boy in white growing up. We do see him growing up. And I want to point this out. Season 3, they showed us Vox. Vox is the kid who plays the boy in white. I think his father was one of the actors on the Trailer Park Boys, right? I think that's his father. But Vox plays the boy in white. They hired another boy to play the boy in white last season along with Vox. So they actually needed a younger version of the boy in white to show up in Maine to Tabitha to look like the one that appeared to her at the end of season 2. Then they still had Vox in there playing the boy in white, and we could see that his character had visibly grown. Now, the growing of that's one of the things that you gotta work with and work out when you cast children on a show and you have multiple seasons. Those children are gonna grow. You know what I'm saying? Those children are gonna grow like weeds during the off season, and then they come back to filming and they look totally different. You know what I'm saying? You gotta shave them and shit. Like they start growing beards and whatnot. But one thing that I'm noticing is that From is leaning into the fact that Vox is growing older. He's getting bigger. They have not tried to make him look younger at all. As a matter of fact, his voice is a lot deeper, but they have done things to make Ethan look like he's not growing so much. You see what I'm saying? Like they're doing a lot of shots with him to make him look shorter than what he is. And they're positioning him in certain ways to make him not look so much older that he's grown so much. But they're leaning in and they're working with the fact that Vox is growing rapidly. You see what I'm saying? So there's something there. I think that's genius. I think that's dope. I think that is a one-of-a-kind opportunity to use something like that in a show. You know what I mean? Unless you were going to sit there and do these long, broad time skips. Which we have not seen any of that in From at all. There's been no time skips. Season 2 started right where season 1 left off. Season 3 started 4 days later? Like only 4 days had gone by since season 2 and season 3. And season 4, they started right where they left off at. You know what I mean? So I think it's kind of dope. Well, not semi where they left off. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of dope how they're using Vox's growth on here. But let me go back up in the chat real quick to see if I missed a few things. Okay. We got Percy Garcia in the building with us as well. But Debbie Bobebby, she says, I think the spider is to the man in yellow like Maturin is to Pennywise, an equal and opposite entity. Same as Jacob and the man in black. Okay. They're playing games and the humans are pawns. Yo, I love it. I love it. Percy is in the building with us. And he says, he's talking to someone else. Sophia took a wisdom tooth out of Father Dunn's mouth and now she's speaking biblically. You get it? Oh, y'all, they having a discussion down there. Okay. Oh, Jerry Bartell said Igor from Geek Academy pointed out in the video last week. Okay, so that's what I be saying. Sometimes people will look at others' videos and bring ideas to the comment section of other videos and they'll get the conversation going. I think that's good about the community. Like we kind of take these information, we learn from other creators, take it to another creator, we talk and this and that and the third. And so I think that's real dope that Igor pointed that out, like, because I was pointing that out in my very first video, as I just showed y'all. Like, and when I say that I was pointing something out, or when I say that this channel said something, I have receipts for that shit. Even if they took the video down, I still have the video up. Well, not up where you can see it, but even if they take my video down, I haven't taken it out of off my YouTube channel. It's still on my YouTube channel, even though if it's blocked. Like I could show you several videos that just recently got blocked. Like my season 2 finale video got blocked, and I was trying to figure out why. Like, why did y'all block that video? That shit makes no sense. But it was some shit that I said in there. I think that it was some shit that I said because that was when I was really getting up on my YouTube game and understanding how to edit the videos better so that I could avoid copyright claims. But they definitely blocked that one. They blocked 3 in a row, just like the other day. They blocked cocoons and transformations. And you know what? I should show y'all this shit just because they blocked it. You know what? I think I might. They blocked cocoons and transformations. They blocked season 2 finale recap and breakdown, and then they blocked how did Tabitha escape the timepiece and the broken glass. And so these videos was heat too, y'all. So like they blocked those shits, copyright claims on them. But we'll probably talk about those another time. We only have about an hour until the show starts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and invite some people up, drop the link down there for you to come on up and rap with us just to make it real simple and easy. You know what I mean? Jerry Bartell, new member. Yo, thank you so much for becoming a member. Yes, indeed. It definitely helps the channel, and you can enjoy that members only content that I have available. Okay, Miss Real coming with the hot tea. Thank you so much. I need this. Thank you. Ooh, shit. Yeah, it's hot, baby. Thank you. Okay. I want to know Boulder Man's story. How he died. Like, I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? How did the people, what did the people do? Like, all come together and grab the boulder and pick it up and drop it on this guy while he was sleeping? What was he doing? Laying there and waited on him to drop the boulder? Like, what the hell happened? Or did they, like, I don't know. How the hell did they kill him if he died with the boulder on him? We know that Christopher his neck was cut, his throat was cut. You know what I'm saying? When Jay gets killed, they should do a montage of all his previous deaths. Oh, that would be fire. That would definitely be fire. You know what I mean? The big ass rock. Yeah, like how'd they do that? How'd they do that? How did they get him? Mm. Mm. They better make sense of Bachta's nursery rhyme or else I'm calling BS. I agree with you. I've been saying that shit since like they said it. You know what I mean? They didn't give her no parts or talk about that shit in season 3 at all. I thought that was wild whack right there. And then season 4, I mean, they're not even one thing about it is I think that it's gonna start coming into play because they had her. She was very vocal when Boyd was telling Colony House about the reincarnation shit. She was very vocal. She was the only one asking questions. She was, she was the one asking smart questions, pretty much. You know what I mean? And she seemed to not be really skeptical, but wanting to be more helpful. You know what I'm saying? How they killing with that boulder? Like, yeah, like you'd have to have a Game of Thrones catapult. Yeah, you'd have to like. How in the fuck did they do that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how they did that. That just they really have to explain that one. You know what I'm saying? Or we're just thought to believe that maybe the people rolled that shit on him or something. I don't know. I do believe that Sophia is speaking Aramaic and not Latin. Okay. Has anybody done some deep dives on the language that Sophia was using? Have anybody like really tried to like decipher that and make sense of the audio? Because once I heard it, I was like, oh, okay. So what I hear on it is artifacts on the audio to purposely make it so that you don't hear what she's saying, so that it's hard to make out. you could possibly, if you had a real serious linguist that had a lot of experience up under their belt, they could probably pinpoint a few options on what the actual language she was using. But what me as an audio engineer, what I heard was the way that they mixed the audio, they kind of tried to drown it a bit so that you wouldn't be able to tell what she was saying. You know what I mean? That's what it sounded like to me. So I didn't even bother trying. It kind of reminds me of when Kenny's father started speaking Chinese in the basement when he started hearing the voices. He started hearing some voices was messing with him, and he started speaking Chinese. That's also where we learn what Kenny's real name is. Kenny's real name is Fu Hong. So, you know, I thought that that was very interesting. I thought that was very interesting. That, but I actually was able to isolate Kenny's father speaking Mr. Lu's Chinese, okay, and what he was saying didn't make much sense. I know he said something about some beans, yeah. He said something about some beans. If anybody remembers that whole situation, if anybody had ever done a deep dive on it, please hop down in the chat and tell me about that because I'm scrolling down right now. Let me see who else is on here. Beth Billion said, "Man, your first video was good. You just had to find your flow. It was an awesome beginning reel. Thank you so much. That is very encouraging for sure. Thank you for those encouraging words. Indeed. You're telling too many truths. Yeah, I think they just kind of came at a couple of those videos for that. Real, Igor spotted the spider running up the house behind Tabitha when she caught Julie smoking. Oh, I gotta go check that out then. Thank you for giving me that information on where it was. I might even go check out Igor's video. Igor's been on the channel before. You know what I'm saying? We even got together last year as well for a couple of things. We had a couple of talks and whatnot. But Igor's over there cooking at Geek Academy. You know, go check him out or whatever. You know, yes, indeed. Hit them likes, Bill Chill. Percy said, "I think I found out why Father Dunn was supposed to play an important role." Oh, okay. Boom. I just seen Demo pop up in here. What's going on, Demo? Thanks for joining me, brother. What's going on?
Yeah, man, not chilling. This last episode, man, it's got me like watching this show like I used to watch it in season 1 and 2, and I'm just like pausing every 5 seconds, and um, there's just so much stuff happened in that last episode. It's crazy.
Yo, I
Uh,
want to say I'm glad I got somebody up here. Let me read Percy's comment. He said, "I think I figured out why Father Dunn was supposed to play an important role. Sophia is attacking the water through Sarah. Father bless Father's blessed water was he supposed to bless the water. Oh, okay. So he's probably you're saying that he was supposed to be doing a function, right? That Sophia stopped him from. Okay, I got you. I feel you on that. I like that. I like that. Let me we got Chocolate Beauty. Thank you for your generosity, sis. And she gifted 5 memberships. If you got one of those, thank her indeed. And go ahead and celebrate with that emojis that we have down there and enjoy some of that members only content. We have the live streams go up. And from time to time we might do members only live stream. So they'll be on the lookout for those for sure. You know, got the link to join the chat. Oh, okay. Yes, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Yes, indeed. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you put subtitles on, Kenny speaks different dialects between his parents. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. She is good. Okay, Kenny's dad. She is good, but I'm simply better. The chess match when I came to America, I couldn't speak. Oh yeah, I remember that part. Language. Kenny's name is Fu Han. Yes, I know. Kenny wanted to be American, so he wanted an American name in Cantonese. When he experienced a sudden episode of confusion, he's distressed and says, da 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 da. Okay. And then, yeah, he starts screaming, I want my son. Where's my son? But he said something in Chinese right before he said that, and I see the characters up there. If anybody knows what bro was saying, like, please get back with me on that. And to correct me if I'm wrong, but he was saying something about some beans. He was talking about beans. We got Lawrence in the building. What's going on, Lawrence? How you?
What's good, bro? What's good?
All is well. How you doing?
Man, I'm living good, man. Living good. Just got off work.
Indeed,
Yo,
indeed.
I wanted to ask, do you remember me, man? I joined a couple of the Severance live streams, man. We had a good build.
Absolutely, I do.
Yeah, from the Bardo joint.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that was an epic one.
Yes, we had a good live stream. Yes, indeed. I remember. So I didn't know that you was watching from like that, though.
Yo, so you got me into the joint when you started doing like the preseason updates for season 4. So I binged it just to catch up, just so I could get in a live, bro, and talk to you.
Oh, wow. Yo, that's an honor, yo, to have put you onto the show.
So we're all caught up, all in the theory crafting. And I've been cooking up a theory for the last few days, and I've been wanting to drop it on you, and I finally caught you live.
Let's do it.
Yo, so it's about the man in yellow, who he is, and the teeth collection, right?
Okay.
So from the style of lore they doing, it reminds me. So I listened to this artist named Joanna Newsom. She plays harp. She's married to Andy Samberg. She makes these cool far out songs, right? Mm-hmm. And she did a reference about this guy. Basically, she said, "I never seen such a horrible room covered in the teeth of the women who loved you." And I found out that was a reference to Bluebeard. And Charles Dickens had basically done a spin on Bluebeard, where this guy essentially kills his wife and collects his teeth and collects all of their teeth. So he has several wives and several teeth. And
hold on, wait a minute. Are you talking about old girl that plays the harp and all of that?
Yes.
Yo,
huge
okay,
fan.
carry on.
Yeah. So it got me thinking about it, right? So I was like, what a lot of us graced over, because we get so much information. Like Elgin said, they give you so many lies that you miss the truth. We have distinct images down in the tunnels of ships arriving to this place, right?
Indeed.
But we don't see any beaches. We don't see any land or whatever. But I know last night you was talking about them maybe being in something like a dome. So I think just outside of this dome is probably a shore. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's how the original people got there. So my theory essentially is that the man in yellow, the first arrivals possibly in 1609, they arrived via ship, and he was there, and he was the captain. So I think that he's like a Bluebeard kind of variation.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's kind of a Bluebeard variation, and I think he messed around. I think they messed around and got cursed. So I think he was probably the first one went all in. Because I think that I don't think he's the big bad. I think he's a general, and whatever that big red entity that's also painted down in the tunnels is, I think that's it. But I don't think that's a physical being at all. So I think their captain basically fully sold out, and he kind of embodies this thing like an avatar. So he's like the avatar of the evil spirit there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that would explain all of his like far out
kind of like Pennywise, but not like Pennywise.
Yes, kind of like that. Kind of like that. So it's kind of like that. So I think he pretty much is like ultra possessed by this huge evil spirit. And through him, so basically agreeing what you said before, I think there's native and indigenous magic here, and possibly the land itself, which is trying to reject this spirit. So that's like maybe the boy in white, but definitely like the faraway trees, the bottle trees, the Ankui children. I think Father Katri and all of those spirits, and the bartender who appears, these are evil spirits that arise. So I think there's, of course, two factions, one indigenous magic and one like great evil that's there. But I'm willing to drop my bet that this guy, the man in yellow, was probably the captain of the crew who first sailed there. That's what I think.
Ooh, okay.
That's what I think, bro, is for sure.
Okay, so I want to ask you a question. And it's kind of pushback, but where did he get the yellow suit from then? Like the time period, like clothing that he's wearing. You
The time
know,
period closing to me, that kind of looks like that big band era. So it's probably the 40s, 50s. That's probably where you got the clothes from. It looks like the like that big band era, like late 30s, mid 40s type shit.
right? That's what I felt like.
Yeah,
I felt like it was he got damn near a zoot suit on.
yeah. And you
You
know
know
what's
what I'm
crazy,
saying?
right? Because I was listening also to your joint last night when I was going to bed, right? And I was thinking, what made me think about it is like, why is this show called From? Before I watched it, I thought it was a reference to the creatures, like from the darkness or from the night or whatever. But it's like, why is this show called From? And I feel like if we can figure that out, we'll figure out way more. So I was like, yo, Game of Thrones is called Game of Thrones. What it's about, motherfuckers playing the game for Thrones. Breaking Bad, that's about a dude breaking bad. You know,
Yeah, he pretty much
Severance is
snapped
about
out.
the
Yeah.
severance process. What is From? Like, from
Okay, so From in
what?
other markets, From is marketed as the name of the show is Origin.
Yeah. Yeah, I also
So,
have a looser theory that
like,
like,
that's the name of the show in other places. We
yeah,
had
yeah,
somebody else that wanted to come up and rap too. If
yeah,
you
yeah.
could come back up, I see there was a sister. We got Ray in the building. We got Demo in the building.
Let's do it.
What's going on, my green skin brother? How you? What do you think about Lawrence's theory? Any one of you two could chime in. Let me know what you think about Lawrence's theory. I'm really tracking with the theory. I like it. Are you familiar? I want to ask you this real quick before you guys chime in on Lawrence's theory. Lawrence, are you familiar with Taryn Matherew's theory?
Yeah, I heard him go through it last night.
Okay.
I like
Okay.
I like the angle of like the Christian mysticism. I like that angle a lot.
Right, I do. And
Because
it's
it
very
is like
similar
that.
to yours as far as talking about the settlers coming to America, whatnot,
Yeah,
robbing
yeah,
the folks and shit.
yeah. Like that old like semi pre-Christian pagan folk magic. We're getting a lot of that there with the totems. Even the way that they're even the way that like Hamlet is set up, like you know what I'm saying? Where the
Right.
totems are, like it looks like some Charleston shit. Like I'm from North Carolina. Those some of those old settlements are still up and in place. You know what I mean? Way out on the coast.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So okay, so
Yo,
the other
yo,
thing
yo.
that okay, Ray, one more thing I wanted to say real quick. The other thing I want to say was, did you notice the boat oars in Jade's mushroom trip? There were some boat oars in the basement at Colony House, and there are
Yeah.
also pictures of canoes on the Rendezvous poster in Donna's room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did notice the canoes, but the boat. Hold on, I just want to yo to everybody. What's up?
What's good, brother?
Want to make sure I speak. But
Yes, indeed, sounding loud and clear.
as far as the boat oars, I did see the rendezvous stuff, but I did not see the boat oars in the Colony House basement. I did not see that.
Oh yeah, they're there.
Oh yeah, they're there. They're definitely there. Now, ever since then, I've been looking in the basement. Even I went back to season 3 when Julie was in the basement with Elgin, and I'm still looking for boat oars in reality, y'all. So,
Mm-hmm.
you
And
know,
you wanted me to
tell me what you think about
comment on his
Lawrence's
theory. I only heard the I think the last part. If you could just give me like a quick refresher, man.
Yeah, it was the theory was
Hello?
essentially about the man in yellow being among those first arrivals on the ships coming through. Essentially, like he's like the essential first captain, and he's pretty much like the avatar of that evil spirit. Like he completely embodied it. But he's the first captain of those ships arriving. And I believe that right outside of the dome that they're in that's blocking them is essentially sand because there is a lighthouse. They do show boats arriving. They do show people on those boats arriving.
Right. Yeah, I do see that. But you
Yeah.
know, I think that the cave painting is backwards. I think that might be showing people leaving.
Huh. Okay. Well, yeah, we never get through the forest too much because it gets too hectic out there, right? Furthest people
even
we ever saw was
indicated-
Sarah and Boyd.
Well, you see, I think some of the cave painting actually shows Sarah and Boyd.
Okay. Hold on. Let me pull those up on my other John real quick.
Yeah. I think that Sarah and Boyd in the forest. You know, a lot of people think that the red thing is Smiley coming up out of the placenta. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I agree
The
with that
egg.
totally.
Yeah.
I don't know if I totally agree with that, but one thing about it is if you're looking at the timeline going backwards, it definitely fits right there.
Yeah.
I
And
wanted to say this, man. Like, you know my theory, the Chrono Trigger theory.
Oh, I love
And
Chrono Trigger.
but bro, it's okay. So you played it, right?
Oh yeah.
It's
Okay,
I
a
heard him
so
classic.
just
mention, I heard him
think
mention
about
the
it. Like,
logos last night.
I started thinking about this theory before the Golem, and then they brought a Golem into the show, and I was like, oh shit, this is Chrono Trigger. I guarantee you, they're gonna
It's
use that, and
crazy.
this actually go along with your theory. I can't remember your name. I'm sorry, man.
Lawrence.
Lawrence, yeah.
Lawrence. Okay, this go along with your theory because in Chrono Trigger there is a specific character that lives through all timelines, and he ends up at the end of time. The end of time in Chrono Trigger is like a street corner,
Mm-hmm.
and the old man at the end in the time he lived through all of this shit. That could be the man in yellow,
Mm. That,
and
yeah.
that I
Oh, hold up a
guarantee you
minute.
that.
Hold up a minute. Hold on a minute. We got somebody in here trolling. What he say? Are you a MAGA?
What?
And NY has the best mayor
Mayor ever?
ever.
Yeah, y'all got the best mayor right now for sure.
Okay, yeah, y'all got the
Y'all
best
ain't got
mayor
that
ever. Then he said,
alien.
I'm out. You guys are like,
Y'all
yo,
got that.
imagine coming in here talking about politics and shit like that. And we out here. I got some MAGA shit for you if you want it. I'm gonna give it to you later though. As a matter of fact, we're all gathering on Trump's birthday to watch this next show here.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It'll be Trump's birthday at 12 o'clock, and we
Really?
watching the show. Yes,
Man, I did
indeed.
not know that.
And that tracks with all the symbolism. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and talk that shit real quick. Thank
Facts.
you to the troll for queuing this part of the session real quick. Because when you look at the Thomas Matthew lineup with the Thomas Matthew crooks in real life, then you got another Trump related shooting where the suspect also has Thomas in his name, and the dates flip from 7/4 to 4/7. July 13th was the first shooting. That's a 7 and a 4. Then the April 25th is the third shooting. That's a 4 and a 7. You know what I'm saying? From keeps throwing the 4/7s and the 7/4s at us. The character names, Jade Herrera is a 4 and a 7.
Yep.
Boyd Stevens, 4 and 7. There's over 12 characters on the show that have 11 letters in their first and last name. They keep throwing it at us. The biblical references, the silver bullets, the radio, the hospital room number, the cave drawings had the cave drawings had 4 birds and 7 birds on each side there.
47 people in the town.
You had the Tilly's grandchildren and children. You know what I'm saying? Trump is the 47th president, right? And this ain't like MAGA shit, like we in support of any of that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of them politicians because I know they don't give a fuck about me. But it's at some point where these facts on these shows, they just start telling on themselves. Is not just simply using some creepy symbolism. It's arranging these names, numbers, deaths, children's, the roots, the cicadas, the eclipses, the 9/11 imagery. And in the season 4, episode 7 episode, I've been talking about 9/11 and the connections and all of that shit on this channel. And then on the 4/7 episode, they show us 9/11 post and pre 9/11 in the Viewmaster. So, the World Trade Center imagery, all of that. And then episode 48 lands right on Trump's birthday. So what are we talking about here? So, the pattern is just architecture. This is ritual scripting right in front of our faces. If you don't see it, what I'm seeing, if you don't see what, and not only that, they're holding a boxing match on his birthday at the White House, which echoes those remnants of slavery, which actually created boxing. Then you're talking about bags of teeth when they used to make dentures out of enslaved people's teeth. So these things and these symbols and this symbolism, it goes deeper than just what the show is speaking. They're trying to speak to us on an esoteric bloom field.
Right.
And if you can't see it, then you just can't see it. But people coming in here with that type of ignorance, I thank you. I thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the symbols and the things over here. If you don't like what you see over here, I mean, hit the exit button. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you can hit the dislike on your way out. It's fine
Hey
with me.
yo, and to build on that further, right? Because you touched on this last night, and then I talked about it with my queen, right? Because what it is it's also like reading it, whether they put it in there on purpose. For one, all of these character names are made, like they make all of the names, they design all of the entities, they put together all of the symbols, they do all of that on purpose. So everything you've seen about the show is absolutely crafted. That's one. And two, on the more mystic aspect, is the universe itself is founded in mathematics and patterns. Those mathematics and patterns show up. It works that way with tarot. It works that way with tea leaves. It works that way with cowrie shells. So regardless, even if they did not put it in there, if you have a way of looking at things, you can see how things pan out based off of other certain things. Literally, it's the same way you read like cowrie shells. So like when you see things like a spider web or this or that and the third, because those things are all created by human beings, it follows the natural patterns of life. And if you have a way of viewing those, like you do, sir, and like I do subscribe to, you can see those patterns in anything, and you can divine what is going to happen. You can divine what's going to happen, which is why you're the only one who's talking about the egg theory, and everyone thinks it's all crazy until she breathes onto an egg, puts an incantation, and smash it on the dude's chest, and then he comes back to life. And then now what you got to say? Like,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What you gotta say?
They laughed at me last season. They laughed at me last season until Fatima laid the egg. And then they doubled it back. And not only that, they did that in the 47 episode as well. This is the only channel that was talking about the eggs and the 47s in that way. And then you talk about this. I'll even end it off with this. The MAGA rant is over, right? I'll end the MAGA rant with this. Trump's birthday is 6/14. 1 plus 6, 6 plus 1 is 7, and then 4 is right there. 6/14 equals 11. You dig what I'm saying? All of the symbolism is right there. They're playing master chess in your face. They're not just playing in your face. They playing fifth-dimensional chess in your face.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Just check this out, though. The chrono trigger is a time egg. Like you don't find that out until like later on in the game. Spoilers for everybody. But
okay, so later on in the game, you're saying that this game has something called the time trigger that's actually an egg.
It's an egg that they use with a golem to resurrect the main character. And this is my theory. I think the main character.
Bro, you got to do a fucking video about.
Yeah, no, I think you do because Chrono dies.
Chrono Cross are OD, bro.
You got to do a fucking video about this, or
I think we don't know
give me a lore Bible that you have. Give me a lore Bible. I'll help you work it out, bro. I swear I will.
Man, I'm down with it, man. Because
get a lore Bible together.
I don't think we know who the main character is. I think that's something everybody is missing.
I don't play video games. I don't, you know, I'm
look up Chrono Trigger lore and just listen to it. It's OD, bro. It's like
the story is dope.
It's like a lost book of the Bible or something. Like the lore is so OD, bro. Like it's so
gotta definitely cook with it. We got Christine in the building with us. She also joined. We have some feminine energy that stepped on the stage. How you doing? What you got to say to us, sis? You there? You got your mic working? Okay, you can unmute the mic yourself if you're in there. All right. Well, she's on the stage, so when she can get it together there, she'll chime in. Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna look that up.
Yeah.
You know,
bro, I'm telling you,
man, I just thought about. I see somebody in the chat put it because
I just want to piece this part together. I don't think we know who the main character is in this show, but
he's crazy.
Whatever character, if they do, let's say everything go the way I'm saying it's gonna go, and they're gonna resurrect somebody with the golem and a time egg or whatever. If somebody gets resurrected, that's the main character.
My money's on Jim.
I'm gonna be real. I think Jim might be resurrected, or his death will be thwarted, and they'll bring that Jim to that reality.
I'm
think
leaning
something
towards
like that is
Jim.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm leaning
Also,
towards Jim.
also, what we always regularly forget, and you bring up a lot. We never saw Jim die in the original timeline. When we saw Jim die, we saw him in the timeline in which Julie came there. The fact that Julie was there means that that
Yeah,
was not the first time.
that
So
was
we
at
never
least the
actually
second
saw Jim die.
timeline.
With
Let
Jim
me.
died
It's at least
alone.
the second or the third time. I'm leaning towards the third time, but
Yes.
there's more. There's more evidence that it's the second time.
Mm.
But I'm thinking that there might be a time in the middle, and I just can't say it enough. I'm glad you brought that scene up because Julie literally says, "Oh, I think this is when it happens. I
Right.
think this is when it happens." So she's like, she's screaming for her dad, and she says she thinks this is when it happens,
Right.
meaning that it had happened before. It's not just simply a remnant of her just story walking back in time.
Yes. We never saw Jim die.
Why is it not just a remnant of her story walking back in time? It's because
Yeah.
it's the one that we're watching.
Yeah.
The one we're watching, she was there.
Yeah, so we're
So
watching
there had to
probably
be
like the
another
third
one.
or fourth loop. We're not
Right.
even watching the first loop, bro. It's
We're
like the
not
third
watching.
one.
We're watching the loop when Julie comes back and the monster on the porch remembers her and asks her, "Don't you remember me?" That's
Yo.
the loop we're watching. We're not
what if they're
watching the first time.
What if they're experiencing a time dilation, right? So it's like, say when they went through the town, right? Say every time they go back outside of the town, they don't remember going through the town and having that whole experience. So that's something that they said. So I'm trying to think of the things that they said that the show is explained or whatever is happening is shown on episode 1. We see them go into the town, and then we see them come back into the town. Then we see them come back into the town. So what if the third time we see them come back into the town, that's the third loop. And there's 3 stories or 2 stories that happened before that we did not see.
So, bro, I could tell that you watched the videos because that's exactly how I explained it when I showed you the different vans.
I was explaining it in that way just for those who might not have caught what you were getting at with the
right. Yeah, I mean that's really on point right there because when we saw Jim and his family coming in, the part that we're watching is the part that they showed us inside the RV. The other times where we see the RV on its travels around and around and around in a circle, and then they turn around and do the U-turn, we're watching multiple times that they came there.
Yeah.
We're watching all of the times that they got there. Right.
Right. So basically between Jim and them first coming, they stayed there and they did a whole timeline loop. And then the second time, we watch a whole other timeline loop, and then the third time.
At the very least, three timelines.
The one we're watching is the one that we get to hear the players talk.
Yeah, when he got out the car, that's the one we're watching. When they got out
the car and they saw that's the one we're watching.
Yeah, we're watching like the third loop.
I feel like they add a whole nother timeline.
Yeah.
And there's so many clues to it being multiple timelines. The first thing is this right here. There is no story walker Julie if Julie doesn't throw the rope down. Martin knew her name and everything just like he knew Abby's name. I don't think that it was necessarily because it was the man in yellow or anything. I think it's because it happened over and over again. Now, that's not to say that still couldn't be the man in yellow, but I think that they know the names of the people because it's happened over and over again. It can't be some sort of telepathy thing, because if it was telepathy, when the people was hiding underground before they had the talismans, they would just find them. Been able to find them.
Yep.
It's not, so it wouldn't be telepathy. They know all of the people's names because all of this shit's happened before. That's how they knew how to plan when the ambulance came back into town and they ambushed them behind the house, and then they rolled up and they separate. They knew Boyd was gonna have to make a choice. I mean, the monster's just standing there dangling the keys at him, like, okay, like what's gonna happen this time? Like,
we've done this.
With him. We've done this before. And she's like, yo, oh sweetie, that's not how it works, and things of that nature. So, I want to know why Bacta's not talking about the nursery rhyme.
That's crazy. No one's pressing her about that either.
Right. I want to know what Randall really saw, right? Now that we know what Julie saw. We know what Marielle saw. I want to know what Randall really saw, because each of them have experienced these things in something different happened in their experience. Mari heard the people of everyone, the voices of everyone screaming. Julie heard the children screaming. That's what she said.
Right.
She heard the children screaming. We want to know what Randall heard. Also, what makes his situation different is he was still experiencing the cicadas after the shit happened. So what's up with that? Like, what is
It seems
actually
like they
happening?
were all experiencing something, but it may be, we haven't seen this yet, but it may be, and this is I'm gonna explain two things. It may be that
Yeah.
maybe they can all do three different things to the story.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing about that. We got 2 episodes left this season, and then I think maybe 8 to 10 episodes left next season. That's a lot to do within that time frame. And I don't think it's gonna happen like that.
Well, I'm looking in the chat right now. A lot of people are talking about Donna, and I think that Donna knows something. I think that Donna knows something, and call me crazy, but does Boyd's disposition with Donna, hasn't it kind of changed a bit? And hasn't he kind of like fixed himself in a way to kind of try to be more influential with what's going on at Colony House? Am I bugging?
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely been moving in on it. Like, bro, the first 2 seasons, Boyd literally like never steps inside of Colony House, maybe once. In the last 2 seasons, 3 and 4, bro, in there every other episode.
Yeah, he's
He
definitely
holding meetings inside of Colony House since when?
We
And
never
then he-
find
and
out
then he sees
what
the
makes him not
opportunity.
be able to go up there in the first place.
What did you say there?
I said we never find out what happened. Something happened in the past where he wasn't allowed to go up there.
Right, I talked about
We
that.
never
what
find
happened
out what
after
happened.
Abby? What happened after Abby got killed? Like, what happened?
Yeah, the
Like, what
aftermath.
really? You know what I'm saying? I know that Ellis was probably just like fucked up automatically. You know what I'm saying? And Donna probably embraced him, but I just don't see why they would excommunicate Boyd from going up there. Like, it's not like Boyd saved, especially with it being Donna, because like Boyd saved your life, sis.
Yeah.
Abby was about to pop you. That us seeing Randall go upside your head, and us seeing those the scarecrows about to get a hold to you. Those wasn't the first time we saw you in jeopardy.
Yeah.
The first time we saw you in
Like
jeopardy
what
was when
happened?
Abby had that thing out, and she was using it.
Yeah.
Boy went up there one day with his thing out. That's what happened, man.
he went out there and pulled a ding-a-lang out.
He came up there. I just want to.
You know, I had to roast, man. I got to do it.
Yeah, you got to do a little bit of that.
But you know what? I fucked with Donna. I ain't really fuck with her since Dale was being overtly racist in my view, and she ain't really check him like she was supposed to.
What you feel like was overtly racist?
I think Dale was wilding on Ellis, bro.
When he said like mother like son, that was wild.
He said fucking animal. I was like, yo, like that shit felt mad charged. I was like, and then he stabbed, bro. Like,
oh yeah. Yo, and I called
think he
Cap
did it
on
on
that
purpose.
automatically. I was like, yo, bro meant to do that shit. Like,
yeah, he meant to do that shit.
I don't think he did it on purpose, but he created a situation.
Like, he didn't stop himself, bro. Like, he moves forward. Like, if you look at it, like he turned, like he moved forward with that shit. Like he didn't like stab him, but he
definitely jugged the shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? And he knew he was back there because he just told him to take his hand. He said, "Get your hands off me." He was talking to Ellis.
Yeah.
So when he turned around with the knife, he knew he was jugging. You know what I'm saying?
He had that shit pointed outward, bro. I ain't never stabbed nobody by mistake, bro. I work in a restaurant. And like, if you stab a nigga like that, like you wanted that body.
Oh yeah, if you stab a coworker, it's a problem.
Yeah, bro. Like, I walk with knives all day. I ain't never stabbed nobody, not even cut them. Because you don't turn towards somebody's torso with the knife, and it went deep. Like I think he felt bad afterwards, but it's like, bro, you stabbed cuz. Like, That was OD.
Justin said, Boyd's reaction to Dale in the pool had me rolling. Yeah, Boyd was like, who else? Who else want to get fucked up in this pool like
Hey,
this?
the funniest shit is it's some funny things that go on in this show.
Bro,
The
I feel
No,
funniest
the
so
shit.
show
sorry
is
for him.
hilarious.
Hey, the
When Dale
funniest
died,
shit
I
is
knew
they
something was
buried that
real.
nigga sideways.
Who?
They Adele, they buried him sideways.
Oh yeah, they buried him upright.
They buried him standing
They
up.
buried Bull upright.
Yo, they didn't even crack it. They didn't even get him out. That's the crazy part. I was like, I feel like you got like a pickaxe or something, bro.
Yeah,
Like, get
there's
him out.
like fuck it, let's just brick this
They
nigga.
like, fuck it, don't nobody use this pool anyway. Like
He wasn't even that
it ain't
deep
like
in
we gonna
there.
swim in this motherfucker. Like we need to just start throwing the bodies in this motherfucker.
Hey,
For
yo.
real.
Hey, yo, they
It's
even
about to
Like
be
we done ran out of
nighttime.
we done
Let's
ran
just
out
brick
of
this
we
nigga
done
up.
ran out of
Bring him
place.
up.
We done ran out of places to bury people. We need to just start burying them in the pool with rocks.
Right. Yo, they ain't even plaster, cuz that's the crazy part.
They brick Dale up and then they just threw a sheet over Roger.
Yo.
But
Hey,
Roger
yo,
gonna
that's the
fuck him
dumbest
up.
shit I ever
Roger gonna
seen
get
in my
his
life.
revenge.
Yo, I'm fucked up that they didn't I'm fucked up that we didn't see a funeral for Tilly or Father Kotry.
Yo, that's actually insane. They really did a whole burial ritual for Dale bitch ass, but did not show a funeral for Country or Tilly. That is actually
They threw him in a well.
Yeah, Miss Lou was the first. Miss Lou was the first person in From to get a black funeral inside the church.
Swear.
You know what I'm saying?
Swear
They even
down.
put her on a deviled egg plate. I was surprised they didn't go to the diner and have like a little supper afterwards.
They gave her a
That's
dance.
that's
They
what
gave her
Bobka
a-
getting that extra meat from.
They gave her a dance music experience.
It's like Bobka,
Word.
we ain't never had nothing that tastes like this before.
They gave her a deviled egg party.
Like they did Irv.
Yo, that was crazy. That's it. But I do want to say this. No, like what the whole Dale situation.
Yeah.
What this makes me think about is this, and I'm gonna throw some serious shit at y'all right now.
Let's do it.
The faraway trees and what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I find it very strange that Victor was able to demonstrate that to Ethan.
Right, because he knew that stone was falling right there.
How the fuck did he know the stone where? If you don't know where the tree's going to take you, how did you know you was going to be able to demonstrate what the faraway trees do with the stone?
And then where did it come from?
And
Also,
this and wait, well, let me finish. I told you I'm dropping a bunch of shit on y'all with this one right here with the faraway tree.
Okay.
The faraway tree also shows us that situation with the rock and Victor knowing where the rock was going to land. And I'm thinking, not only did it happen before, but if you look at the rock that fell out of the sky was not the same rock that Victor put in the tree.
Explain that. What you mean exactly?
He drew a smiley face on the rock.
Was it
And
a frowny face?
he drew a smiley face on the rock. And when you take a picture of the smiley face that he put on the rock, and then when he drops it in the tree, and then he goes and picks it up and shows it to Ethan, it's a different smiley face. Okay. So this is another remnant showing us that these are different times. What are your thoughts on that?
Mm.
Man, I had to go back and look at it.
Yeah, that one I would definitely have to go and
because
see.
I didn't notice it.
I'll put it in a video that they probably
right.
But I can find. While y'all talk about that, even if you can't talk about the two smiley faces on the rock,
I want to talk about the faraway tree.
You could still talk about how the fuck did Victor demonstrate and how did he know that the rock was gonna fall there? While I look for the pictures of the different smiley.
Let me hear what you got to say on the faraway tree, Lawrence.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, well, for one, something or someone's able to change the programming on the faraway trees, right? Because supposedly they're all random except for one. There's one that always takes you to the lighthouse. Except for that last time, the one that Dale got in is supposed to take him to the lighthouse, no? Because that's the one that Tabitha used. So Tabitha walked him to it, and then they put the nigga in the pool. So that one was not supposed to be something random at all. That one
You
was
feel
supposed
like
to.
there's something that intervenes and
Yes, yes, because that tree, there's no all of them are random except that one. That one always takes you to the lighthouse. So they took him. Tabitha herself took Dale to that tree. Then he got inside it, and it did not take him to the lighthouse. It took him and put his ass in
okay.
the wall in the pool. So
Let
these
me hit you
things
with this.
are something is able to adjust what these faraway trees are doing. They are not totally.
Well, I
random.
think that was just due to the Tabitha had Victor's lunchbox.
Oh, okay. So it was able to like hold
And
it there. Or
I
something?
think that's why it,
You think it was
sent
like
her
a
where she
trigger?
was.
I swore I heard Victor say
You
that
know,
this one always goes to the lighthouse at one point.
It was like a
Dale
something
had
like
a
a
book
bookmark
bag.
or a
Dale had
trigger.
a backpack, and he probably had his swimming trunks in that bitch, and it took him to the pool.
No, he had a snorkel in his pocket, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, no. He had a floaty.
He had some speedo. He had
Some
he had
sand
some
in his shoes.
speedos in his bag, and it took him to
Yeah.
the pool.
He had some flippers.
He had some-
You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me see if y'all go ahead. But how the fuck did Victor know that was gonna fall?
Yo,
in there?
because
I believe
he
we're
turned
talking
around
about
first.
before.
Bro,
Hey,
yeah.
check this out though. So I think this may something else you may be able to help me on the video with, man. But you already know what I think happened in the camper, or not the camper, but when they was in that tent.
Yeah,
I
when they
think
got grabbed and dragged.
right. I don't think they was dragged. I think the things in the environment was moving so fast it made them feel like they was being dragged.
Yo, you think the trees was reshuffling and all of that shit?
Yeah. I think they
Yo,
might be alive or some shit like that.
that would be crazy because Victor keeps saying the trees are moving. So they throw so much shit at us that we forget that. But also, yes, the trees are literally moving forward and backwards. So it could be that the environment shuffled and nothing like dragged them.
Right. If this shit happens fast enough, it would make you feel like you're moving.
Yeah, like the ground is up. If trees are moving, then the ground is moving, like straight up and down. They don't pull up their roots and crawl. Like the whole ground is moving. So that could be it. That could be it. It might shuffle you once you get close to the edge. So they might have just gotten close to the edge and they just shuffled their ass around.
Yeah, that's what I believe happened, man.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see in the end. But we also, like I said, once again, we got at least 10 episodes, 10 to 12.
We got about 12, yeah.
So like we don't have a whole lot of time for them to come up with new stuff and explain the old stuff, you know.
Right. I mean, they're gonna have to do something that like unifies all of it. Like it's gonna have to unify all of these things.
We got to
We're gonna have
start
to be
getting
in a world
some
where
big
you're gonna ride by boats,
answers.
but you can't see no boats. It's gonna have to be in a world where these spiders can appear out of nowhere. People's spirits can't leave, but people are in time. Like they're gonna have to explain all of that stuff pretty much in probably one or two swoops.
I came up with this thing where I said like I'll be okay if I can get. I said 80% beforehand, but I'm willing to drop it down to like 70%.
Yeah.
If I can get 70% of the answers, I'll be okay if I can't get the other 30%. Like I'm starting to drop my expectations.
Yeah. If bro is a Bluebeard variant, I'm gonna forget it. Like if the man in yellow is like the first captain who came across there on those ships, I'm good. If he's that and he's been like possessed by the spirit of that place, I'm good because that's what I think happened. At least with him.
He could be, and just think about it like
so
this.
I found it, guys. I found it. I found it.
Look at it like this: your perspective of.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you. I see.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Not to cut you up. Check it out. Okay, so here I have both of the pictures. Let's focus on this one first. This is right after Victor draws the smiley face. Okay. And this is what happens when it falls out the tree. These are not the same fucking smiley faces.
All right, click back again.
Okay.
That is not the same smiley face.
I mean, it's clearly not.
What the fuck? Yeah, so I
Okay.
look. So on the left eye of this other smiley face, the first one you showed is a smaller. One eye is bigger than the other, and that smile is a straight swoop. It's
Like,
So
look
that
at the
clearly
makes me
mouth. The
think
mouth
that
isn't the mouth isn't
yo,
parallel with the face,
no, that is clearly not the same
and
smiley
here
face.
the
Holy
mouth is
shit!
not parallel with the face at all. Okay,
that makes me think that
so
they may have been switching timelines just
this is
No,
different
while
that
we're
is
watching
times.
not
this
the
shit.
same smiley face,
It's
bro.
different timelines. I've been saying this the whole time.
I've never seen anybody talk about this ever.
Okay, so
Boom.
this
That's
is
clearly not the
crazy
same
right
smiley
here.
face,
It's clearly not. It's clearly not. Like you see it
bro.
right here, and you see that right there. I mean, it
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
even
not.
remotely look close. Like
Nope.
it's not even close.
No, and they show you that in the same frame. Those two pictures are like 10, 15 seconds apart.
Exactly.
So
That's what
they
I'm
playing
saying.
with your face. They playing with your face.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
well, what
now,
they're playing with is our the way our brains work and filling in information. That's really what it is. Like our
yo,
brains probably just filled that right in.
somebody just said it could be the show made an oversight.
No shot.
Like, why
No
would
shot.
the show make an oversight with a
No.
rock that had a smiley face on it? Like, what happened?
I'll say this:
it's the same rock.
there have been multiple times throughout the show where
Bro.
I'm curious is if it was a production mistake or
No,
if this
they
is
would have
something
had
that
to,
they actually want us to see.
bro. For that to be a production
Absolutely.
mistake, they would have had to clean that rock off and then redraw it. What would be the goal of cleaning off the rock and redrawing it when you can literally just use the same rock?
Use the same rock.
That would cost more money. You're
What-
right.
yeah. Like what is the point of doing that? You just use the same rock if it's the same rock, but they redrew it differently. Like that's
Yeah.
this is all through pre and post production.
Right.
Yeah.
So, somebody said we overthinking it in here.
No, sir. No, sir. It's literally a different face.
Yeah, we levelly think.
Yeah, I just don't understand what the goal
equally
of
thinking
redrawing a
it the way
smiley
we're
face on a
supposed to
rock
be.
would be. Like where's your W there? Like,
Yo,
we gotta book your brain, we gotta
I'm gonna just point this out to you. They did close-ups on the rock.
Yes.
It was pointed out to us.
They zoom it all the way in on
They
the smiley
zoom
face.
in and show you.
If it wasn't important, he could say, I marked this one, and then
If
he
it was some kind of snafu, they would have not shown you both rocks. This was done on purpose. And there's several times. A lot of people think the same thing about the RV. I proved that it's two different RVs coming into town.
Yeah, it's a different
It's
RV.
bona fide two different RVs. They say, oh, this was just the one that they used for the crash. Well, why did they drive around town with it?
Right. Also, MGM ain't running out of no bread, bro. They can afford an old RV, I promise you.
Come on, fam. They
My uncle can afford. My uncle can afford an old RV, bro. Like my uncle got an RV.
To go to your point with the RV, that's something that would definitely cost a lot more money.
Right? Why do you get
a whole nother vehicle?
It's a prop. Just lay it down.
Right. Yeah, that would definitely cost more money in like production and stuff like that.
Right.
Also,
and
you can always buy an exact copy of the same RV, bro. There's like thousands of them that are made. Like
if the rock is a production mistake, they wouldn't have done this. They wouldn't have edited it in a way to where they showed you close up what it is. They wouldn't have showed you close up what it is if that was the case. I think that this is more proof that there are multiple timelines here, and we're not watching just the first one.
Correct. I mean, and again, the biggest one being we never even saw Jim die in the original timeline. We only saw him die in the timeline when Julie was there, which
I'll say
died
this too.
alone.
And we're talking about
this shit. They like to fuck with timelines and shit like that.
And we're talking about a character that literally knew that the rock was going to fall nearby.
Yep. That's why he drew it on there. Because if he didn't know where that was going to land, what the hell's the point of marketing? Was he going to show it to him if it lands in the pool? Would he know it was in the pool? No, he knew it was coming back.
Yeah,
how?
Victor is one of them characters, man. You
Yo,
have to
we
watch.
got Sofa King in the building with the super chat. Thank you for your generosity, fam. It's much appreciated. And he says, no, I think 100%. It's combo timelines, and we are supposed to be seeing the glitches in the
Yes.
matrix. Yes,
Yes.
and let me emphasize how I feel like the brother was put in the comment. And we are supposed to be seeing the glitches in the matrix. If I'm correct about that, brother, let me know in the comments if that's how you meant to say it with
Yeah.
that emphasis right there. And we're
You're
supposed
to
to
see
be
it.
seeing the glitches in the matrix. Let me know. But yes,
Like, bro, they
what are
know
we
these
talking
channels
about?
exist, bro. They know these channels exist. Like,
Yeah, they definitely listening to us, man.
like they know. Like they feature on them. Like these guys come in for interviews. Like
Like
they
they,
know what
yeah,
we're
they
doing.
wouldn't
We're
come to
supposed to see
interviews
it.
for these little ass channels if they
Yeah.
wasn't listening to us.
They know we're looking. We're supposed
Yeah.
to
Like
see it.
we ain't getting like millions of views and stuff like that, but they
Right.
listening to us, man.
Yeah, this ain't Watch Mojo.
So for King Super says, yes, sir. That's exactly how he meant for it to say. I agree. I think that we're supposed to be seeing the different remnants of the different cycles. The
Yes.
different cycles are being shown to us, and the reincarnation is being told to us.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? And
Yes.
both of them are happening, and they're gonna figure that part out.
Yeah.
They're gonna
It's crazy.
figure
It's
it
like
out. And the person who I think is going to figure it out is Julie with the story walk.
I think it's
How
Julie
else
too.
would she be able to figure it out?
I
And
think
I
it's
think
Julie
that
too.
the end of season 3 is her figuring out, like, oh yes, this is where I think it happens. Like she figured, she starts to get it.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
starts to get it.
But it's like, how do you think that we're
What do you guys
reaching
think
in a
about the
show
ghost
with
in the
time
kitchen?
travel and disappearing trees and alternate dimensions and liver eating immortals who shapeshift? It's like, bro, like, come on, son. Like,
Word.
like this is all, like it's all OD, bro. Like,
Yes.
Hey, we got 9 minutes, man. What you think is behind the door?
Oh man, I think that this episode is going to be very interesting. I think that it was purposely meant to fall on the date of Trump's birthday,
So you
being
think
another
Trump is
11.
behind the door?
That would be crazy.
it's the Epstein files.
Word.
The door.
Hey man, if that's
Found
if
the
that's the only
Epstein
way we
files
can
in the
get it, I'll
tunnel.
take it.
Yo, they found the client list down in that tunnel.
I'll take it if we can get it that way, man.
Hey, yo, it's Trump in a burpee.
Yo, if there's a mention of Donald Trump on this show, or Trump Towers, or any kind of thing like that, or the Taj Mahal, anything like, if they say any kind of shit like that in this episode, y'all, we all gonna be pointing at the screen like DiCaprio in that meme for sure, like the DiCaprio meme for sure. Like that, it's definitely what's going down tonight. We're gonna see something in there. I don't know. It might happen. Who knows?
Yo.
Who knows? But the 9/11, the Twin Towers and shit showing up in last episode. Man,
Yeah.
come on, yo.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I've been and Trump is 9/11. He's 45th president, which is 9, and the 47th president, which is 11. And like they put that in the 47 episode. Like, come on, yo. Like it is what it is. I said that I wasn't going to keep harping on that shit, but as long as they keep throwing that shit out there, I'm going to keep pointing that shit out like, yo, look, I told you. You know what I'm saying? When I woke up that morning or the next day or whenever I heard about the Trump attempt on 4/25, first thing I did was look at the calendar. I was like, oh, yesterday was 4/25. That's a 4/7. Get the fuck out of here. And From is right on time for all of this. Like, come on. What's going on? So I'm here. I'm here.
When you start talking about the eggs last year, that's when they started talking about egg UFOs and stuff.
Yep.
Yo, I'm telling you, they laughed like hell at me. They laughed at me. They thought I was crazy in the comments.
Started
Go read the
translating
comments.
into real life.
Go read the comments.
Yep.
And then for my channel to be the one talking about the 9/11 symbolism, talking about Trump, talking about this, all
and
of
then
that.
they flashed the Twin Towers in the same episode.
They put the Twin Towers in the same episode, the eggs in the same episode. And another prediction that I made last season was that they were going to do a treasure hunt. Ask Taryn. If you go to my last live, Taryn confirms it. If you go to the live stream and find it, I said, yo, they're going to do a treasure hunt on this show. And sure enough, they got some at the diner, some in the basement
Yep.
at Colony
Yeah,
House, and the treasure
it's
hunt
gonna
is
be a
going
treasure
down.
hunt or some type
Yo,
of
Like, yo, I mean, we got
yo,
what? We got 6 more minutes. Six
yeah.
minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. Oh,
are you
never
Yeah,
mind.
doing
yo,
stream
you
during
know
or
what?
Y'all
after?
too young for that.
Yo, one of your joints that really killed me, bro, was when you was talking about like the wisdom, the Baphomet, and Sophia being wisdom, bro. So remember I told you when I was listening to your shit, I started binging it. So as I would get through the episodes, I would rewatch your shits in order. You should have saw my face when they introduced that girl and named her Sophia, bro. I fell off the couch, bro. Yo,
Okay, so
I fell off the couch. I was like, "There's no fucking way, bro."
and okay, so you were watching videos from last season that I was talking
Yes,
about a character named
yes,
Sophia. I wasn't
yes,
talking about Sophia just this season, and I
yes.
even
The
talked about
last season, I was like,
yo. If you go look at my Severance videos, my very first Severance video, I
yeah,
talked about the Baphomet, Sophia, all of that shit right in there. My
yeah,
first Severance video was right after my last From video in 2025.
mhm,
At the time, I had just received screeners for an Amazon show called Earth Abides. And when you
mhm.
receive screeners,
Earth
they
to
check
Buy
your
was
shit.
dope.
Earth Abides was okay. It was just like,
It wasn't no mystery to it, but it was dope.
right. It was dope, but the time skip was a bit much. The time skips was too much. I was like, damn, they only made 6 episodes for this show. They
Yeah,
should have just gave that shit 10 episodes and
they
cut
gave
back
it
on
more
the time
time.
skips a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the time skips were just out of place when nothing happened. Like they should show like a really turning point event,
So
and then boom, the next episode we got a
it
time
kind of
skip.
hit me like the Burrows. The Burrows was dope, but it was like I like the pacing. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Hmm.
beginning to the end type show. Like I like the characters and stuff like that. But as far
Hey
as
yo, we got from Lee OG in here. From Lee OG always comes in here and be trolling my man Terrence. Yo,
yeah, troll them, troll Terrence.
yo, I get
hey, yo,
When
nah,
Terrence
I
get on
get
here, I
that
be
you wanna I
like,
get that you wanna troll my man. But at this point, bro, come on, like let's just enjoy the show. Like the Bigfoot definitely showed up. I mean, you're laughing, and the Bigfoot situation already showed up with the Roger and Patty.
hey, it should be showing up, man.
Like his shit be showing
It
up.
should be
Like
but
showing
also
up.
Bigfoot is less far out than teeny dolls swelling up to human sized dolls, then coming ashore and breaking down walls and ripping niggas' jaws off. So you're
And
not.
running away when their hands is on fire.
nah, formerly OG. I'm being serious with you. Don't Can we agree that the Roger and Patty was a nod to Bigfoot? Can we agree there? Just let me know.
Like
Now you
old
good?
campfire
You good?
stories because they was out there camping and all of that.
We
Hey,
got the
can I ask real quick in the chat who doing a watch party? And real, is you doing a during or after?
yo Zephyr Cat. I don't know. Somebody might be feel free to do a watch party in the Discord if you will. I know I won't be there. I definitely need to watch the show so that I can get ready for my video. But
Yeah,
we have Zephyr Cat in the building. She drops the generous super chat in there for us. Thank you for that. And she says, "Real, you also pointed out the red ear thing on the Institute, which coincided with the Butler event. Yes, indeed, it sure did. Now, the red ear thing on the Institute is this: the director of From directed the Institute as well. They started filming the Institute on the day that Kamala Harris announced her run for president. Okay, that's the day that they started filming the Institute. Not only that, the Institute had made promo material with uh, trackers on their ears with red dots on them on their right ear, and Trump was shot in his right ear. The show premiered on July 13th, which was the 1 year anniversary of Trump getting shot in his ear. Okay. Now, I don't know. The synchronicity, there was so much symbolism. Even the main character of the Institute, his house number was 47. Like, it's all over the place. 11 is all over the place. 47 is all over the place on the Institute. You definitely got to go check out the Institute. It's not as good as From, and it's not, the book is better. The book is not as the show is not as good as the book, but I have high hopes for the second season. It's a Stephen King thing. I think they might actually gain some more resources for the show. And not to mention, John Griffin has a cameo in the Institute, which is a very dark cameo. I'm not going to say what he does in there, but he has a cameo. It's kind of dark. And also, that whole connection is a 9/11 connection as well. But yeah, so we got a few minutes before the show starts. I want to thank you, brothers, for coming up. Lawrence, my green skin brother Ray, Demo. I wish we could have got you some more airtime here. I definitely want to hear what you had to say.
Every Saturday, man, we can do this until the show go out.
Christine was on. She couldn't get her mic together. You know what I mean? This is a 58-minute episode, Luna says. Okay.
Thank God.
The show is up now? It's up now. She said
it's midnight. I can't watch for probably about another 45 or hour until my girl get home. But yeah, after that, if you're going live after, I'm gonna jump in there too.
Okay.
At least in the chat. But yeah.
Yes, indeed. I may go live afterwards, you know what I'm saying?
I'll fuck with you if you do it, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what? Yeah. We might do that.
If you go
last night my phone died, nigga. I couldn't find my charger.
I thought you fell asleep.
No, not again.
I thought you fell asleep on their stream. I was like, oh,
no, man, my phone died. I couldn't find my charger. At a point, I was like, fuck it.
My computer froze on their stream last night. But yeah, everybody, go ahead, watch the show. The show is on. We'll see you back here. We might go live. We might go live. This episode might be so crazy, and I might be just cooking a video up. We don't know yet.
It's going to be. This is the penultimate. This is the.
I think they're going to slow it down a little bit.
Are we doing 9 episodes or 10 this season? Is it 10 episodes or 9?
10.
I think it's 8.
10.
No, I'm talking about for the season.
It's 10?
It's 10, right?
Yeah, it's 10.
Okay.
But now they usually wild out on episode 8 though, so we're gonna see.
Now, okay. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining. Thank everybody for coming through. I'll see y'all if we go live after the show. Peace.